If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 210 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. As has been the case with a number of the previous episodes, I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this because there's so much content going up on the channel right now as we try and finish this series and the Barcelona series that this could be one of 5 uploads today. So check the channel page for anything you may have missed in this series or the Barca series, or check the playlists as well, because obviously that's a good way to find all of the previous content. But for now, we'll push on into the episode. Obviously, feel free to drop a like if you enjoy and subscribe if you haven't already. FIFA 16 is just round the corner. Really not long to go now, only a matter of days, and we'll try and get ourselves some trophies between now and the start of FIFA 16 in both this series and the Barca series. We're in pole position for the BPL title and the Champions League title in the Barca series, and we're having a Champions League semi-final in this episode, and we're in good position in the BPL here to stand the chance of winning that competition in this series as well. So hopefully, the league competition, obviously you can't win the BPL with Barcelona, but you know what I mean. But we come on the attack here at home against Norwich in the opening few moments. We obviously had that first chance a second ago through Tony Kroos. Palsen turns inside there, good feet, and the shot is particularly poor, but somehow manages to find its way through the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. So hopefully that was a sign of things to come, and we might have a turn of luck in this game, and things might just go my way. But they're having an attack here, Norwich. Played back to Clark here, the right back. He's going to try and turn back on himself and then get the ball back into the box, which doesn't really work, but they do end up having a chance. But it's a good save by David De Gea down low to his right hand side to keep them out. So we'll keep our clean sheet for now. They try a free kick from the training ground here. Livermore into Balde, or into Clark into Balde. Back to Lequan into, I can't quite pronounce his name quick enough. I couldn't see it to read it quick enough, but a good save by De Gea. And unfortunately for them, nothing was going to come from the corner. So into the second half we go, trying to catch them on the counter-attack here after they've been on the offensive. Yusuf Palsen going to try and use his dribbling feet to get round the defender, but I decided against it to give it to Georgiev. Good save from the keeper though to give us a corner. The defender could have kept that in, but rather weirdly decided to try and slide to keep it in rather than just taking a first touch and taking it away from the line. The corner isn't the best though, finds the head of a Norwich defender, but Palsen's going to find himself on it here. Back to Jetro Willems, good shot, and then it is well saved, drops to Timo Werner, who unfortunately was offside, so no goal. We do only maintain a 1-0 lead here. We don't have ourselves a 2-0 scoreline, but we will try and get ourselves a 2-0 scoreline before the end of the game if we possibly can. Strihil Georgiev twisting and turning, has the shot, good save again by the goalkeeper though to keep us out. Less than 20 minutes to go when that shot came in. Georgiev finds himself onside here as the ball gets knocked back towards goal. Palsen's one-on-one, brilliant feat to take it around the defender, but the final shot again isn't good enough. Less than 15 minutes to go now. Still only a dodgy 1-0 lead. I'm not comfortable with 1-0 leads ever on FIFA, but Palsen here twisting and turning away from the defender. Again, it turns inside the box, this time on his left foot, and again kind of down the throat of the defender, of the goalkeeper, sorry, straight at him. A little bit more power this time than the first effort that went in, but a brace for Yusuf Palsen gives us a little bit of breathing space now with 10 minutes to go. And James Ward-Prowse with brilliant feet. We get the advantage from the tackle. Palsen's in the box, chance to get himself a hat-trick, and he does so. Yusuf Palsen with all 3 goals here. Norwich 0, Cambridge United 3, and that is a very, very solid 3 points for us. And nice to see Palsen back with his scoring boots on as well, although he did miss a couple of clear-cut opportunities during the game also, but nice to see that even though he did miss those opportunities, he was able to score the other ones. So a 3-0 victory, and that takes us nicely into this game at home against Stoke. Obviously a better side than Norwich Stoke, although they do only sit mid-table. We have a 4-point lead to Chelsea at the top and +5 goal difference in our favour as well. So we'll have to wait and see whether we can maintain that gap or extend it even, depending on how Chelsea get on in this particular match day. Starting a full-strength side though, Tony Kroos and James Ward-Prowse in the middle with Kishna and Sadio Mane out wide. Obviously Georgiev and Palsen maintain their starting positions up top, but they're starting a 4-2-3-1 here. Cueca has been very, very good for Stoke against me so far this series. Playing someone called Sorensen. I don't really know who that is, don't know whether it's a regen. It can't be Thomas Sorensen's regen because Sorensen was a goalkeeper, so it's just another Sorensen. But they've got a really different side to the one that you expect to see from Stoke. They're one of the sides that always seem on career mode to sign numerous new players, but it doesn't matter how many new players you have, you can't stop a rocket like that from Starahil Georgiev. Absolutely fantastic strike from him. We will definitely see a replay or two of that. Absolutely fantastic strike. Hits it so flush with his left foot, just arrowed into that top corner. There's nothing the goalkeeper could do against that one. That was a brilliant, brilliant hit. Actually bent away from goal, back into the post. So we're pleased with that as a 1-0 lead, but obviously I wasn't comfortable with the 1-0 lead against Norwich, and I'm definitely not comfortable with a 1-0 lead against Stoke. So I want to get myself breathing space again like we did against Norwich, to try and put the game out of sight if we can. We're still on the attack in this first half. Marco Polenge takes it off the Stoke forward. We're going to work it into their final third again. James Ward-Prowse up to Yusuf Poulsen. Really weird that he didn't take a first touch there, but does win it back off the defender and draws a good save out of Jack Butland. Does really well there to turn it away. But they're in our box again, having a good save drawn out of my goalkeeper this time at the start of the second half. But then it's counter-attack time. Strahil Georgiev into Poulsen. Not really too sure with Yusuf Poulsen whether to try and take players on or just have a crack from distance. This time we decided to take them on. The shot is well placed, but Butland with a good save. And luckily for him, the palm away goes only as far as his defender and not to Strahil Georgiev. But Quirker's in behind here, and we had a powerful strike from Georgiev, and that was just as good a hit from Quirker. That's Stoke 1, Cambridge United 1. Then 5 minutes later, they're on the attack again. Mark Muniesa shows good strength to get past the defender there. Into Quirker again. Good turn from him into Johansson. Gets tackled, but Quirker finds Johansson again, and 2 goals in 5 minutes. Stoke have themselves the lead now at the Abbey Stadium. Just 10 minutes later, we again pick them off in defence and going to work a counter-attack. Georgiev in behind, but just not good enough with a finish. Really not good enough. He's obviously extremely good on his left, but his right foot is nowhere near to the same standard, unfortunately. We needed it to be there. But Kroos into James Ward-Prowse here. Good strength to turn the defender into the box, but another good save by Jack Butland. He is keeping Stoke in it here, trying desperately to get ourselves an equaliser. We're not exactly pushing a lot of men forward, though. We've still got the full back line here, as you can see, but Hesketh's in behind. He's actually going to make it 3-1 to Stoke, and that was how the game is going to finish. Not necessarily how we saw that game going, especially with the way we started and went in front, and especially with the way, even though after we went behind, we were still the best side in the game. So extremely disappointed to lose that one, and it's not the best of ways to come into your first leg of the Champions League semi-final against Barcelona. Obviously, we were playing a full-strength side against Stoke as well, so people were tired, and actually had to play a bit of a rotation side here against Barca for this first leg at home. So Arsenal and Bayern Munich are on the other side of the draw, and we get the Spanish Giants, who obviously we're doing another series with at present and are through the Champions League semi-finals with. So we need to... actually, I may have spoiled something there because I've no idea in what order these videos are going up. If I have, I apologise. But we're playing Barca in the Champions League semi here in the first leg, and they're playing... well, I don't know. I don't know whether you'd say that's a strong side or not. Pedro, Messi and Omar Rowe, who I know nothing about, out on the right-hand side. Steinman in the midfield, who's obviously that glitch player that went from Werder Bremen to, or it may even have been Wolfsburg, to Manchester United, and he's now moved on from Man United to Barcelona. He's involved here in their opening move as well, into Omar Rowe, who, like I say, I know absolutely nothing about. Drops to Messi here after this save from De Gea, but luckily for me, Messi can't loft it into the back of the net, and it's only over the top of the bar and resting on the roof of the net rather than hammering into the underside of that roof of the net. But a poor clearance, and Rakitic gets it into Steinman. He's going to find Omar Rowe again in behind, turns inside really nicely. I don't know how he's been able to outmuscle the defender like that, but it's a wonderful finish as well. And that's going to be 1-0 Barcelona. And obviously not only is it 1-0 Barcelona, but it's an away goal as well, which could prove to be a deciding factor in this double tie affair. But obviously, we're going to try and catch him on the counter-attack with Saido Berahino here. He's just so fast, so electric fast. Unfortunately, though, ter Stegen's there with a good double save in the end. First save is very well done, and I maybe perhaps should have laid that off with Berahino to the on-rushing Kwesi Appiah, but unfortunately I wasn't aware enough to do that. I got kind of tunnel vision and ended up just trying to shoot with a second attempt. Didn't work, and Barca actually come forward with, is it Manuel Montoya? I can't, no, it's Martin Montoya, isn't it? But he ends up squaring it to Messi. And that's 2-0 Barcelona right on the very stroke of half-time, as Stephen Naismith has just scored a hat-trick against Chelsea. Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, let's continue with the commentary then, despite the fact I'm actually extremely fucking angry right now with 10 minutes to go. Chelsea losing again in the Barclays Premier League. But fortunately, we're going to be able to get ourselves a penalty to perhaps get ourselves back into this tie with a penalty against Barcelona. PK, rather uncharacteristically, just hauls Berahino down there, clearly after he got shown up for pace in the earlier chance, just wanting to get the man away from the ball, but does it in an illegal fashion, hauls him to the ground. It's definitely a yellow, it's not a red, it wasn't a clear goal-scoring opportunity, but Berahino dusts himself off, takes the pen himself, keeper doesn't move, and that's 2-1. We are back in the game. Now, can we get ourselves another one to get ourselves level on aggregate, or are Barcelona going to improve their lead and get another 2-goal away goal lead? We'll find out. Kwesi played in behind here, the midfield man, Busquets, got the pace to get away, turns inside to give it to Adarabioyo, tries the long shot, but it gets deflected. It's going to go out for a corner, which sadly nothing came from. So we will try again to get ourselves back into the game. Up to Adarabioyo again, into Ivaz. Berahino getting caught with a midfielder there, so Ivaz is just going to have to pull away. Eventually gets it across to Kwesi. Has the shot well deflected by PK, though, this time doing the right thing and getting himself in front of the ball rather than behind the man and ball and hauling the man down in the box. I was hoping for another penalty, though, if I was being completely honest, because I couldn't seem to find a way past him from open play to Stegen. Even when we did get a shot on target, he was able to pull up with a good save as well. And unfortunately, that was how the game was going to end. So Barcelona 2, Cambridge United 1. It's how the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals goes. So we lose in the Champions League, we lose in the BPL, and Chelsea have their game in hand and can go within 1 point of us with 5 games to go in the BPL. So there's still a lot of football left to be played. Probably about 3 episodes left in this series and 3 left in the Barca series at this point. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate all the support over the past few days. I know that there hasn't been many views going about, but hopefully those of you that are dedicated to this series are still enjoying it, and we will get it finished before FIFA 16 comes out. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. There will probably be another video later on today, so keep an eye on your sub boxes. There will have been another video earlier on today as well, so check the channel page for that. But for now, I'll see you next time.